Chris and Brandon with the Kabuki Strength team, and we're here today to show you some tools to deal with some knee pain issues and overall developing that the supporting structure surrounding the knee. So remember, when you're dealing with knee issues, oftentimes it's an output of a lot of other things that are going on wrong in the body, and you really need to dive in and figure out what is the root issue driving those knee problems. But sometimes you just got to treat the issue that's going on at hand, because you can't squat or you can't do whatever you want because you've got some pain issues. So hopefully you've just watched our video on terminal knee extensions. If you haven't, you need to. So that's primary up front in treating some of those issues, is strengthening that supporting structure. And so Brandon, let's go ahead and lay on your stomach. Legs close together, because we're going to do a little bit of body tempering a la Donnie Thompson. So I don't expect everybody to have one of his ex-wife products, but hopefully you can make that investment. And so we're going to use a dumbbell. And we've got that band on here for a little bit of band distraction on that joint. You may not necessarily need that, but we've got that on there because it's gonna help a little bit. We're gonna set this dumbbell up here. You're going a pretty heavy one with a really wide. So I've got a 75-pounder here. I'd actually probably recommend something over 100 pounds that's got a really wide shape to it, so we can capture everything here. And we're gonna slowly roll this up into the hamstrings and move slow in here. Listen for any feedback from Brandon. I don't see any yelping yet. And we're gonna work up into the glutes. In here, you could actually shift a little bit, hit one side if you need to, and then the other, and roll back down through here slowly. And let's bring those legs closer together. Want to remember that insertion for that hamstring, sometimes all the way down in here, so we're going to move a little bit down onto the other side of the knee joint and work this. This is probably a lot of fun, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
Feels really nice and good. So again, I'd probably want a dumbbell that's a little bit wider than the one we've got here with a little bit more weight. Or, if you don't have those, you can grab a kettlebell and use this right in here. And I'm going to use the handle to rotate this through these areas. This can be really valuable because it's hard to get into some of these areas if you've got a foam roller, but you can. But this is a great technique for working into these areas, working around. And you're probably going to want to spend about 5 minutes total in these areas. You're going to need a partner, obviously. This isn't one that you're going to be able to treat yourself, but something that you can teach somebody to handle really quickly. Brandon, do you have any other tips on this?
Yeah, I think this one is, you definitely need a partner to do this. I don't think I would be able to get that on myself.
Yep. And
even with that 75, it was a little tender right on the back of the knee, but I really felt nothing when it came through my hamstrings and glutes. So something heavier, like you said, if you have one of Donnie's ex-wives or whatever his other names are for him, that's probably ideal. But
you would definitely want to do this probably on a couple yoga mats.
That was the next thing I was going to say.
So we wouldn't want to do that on the hard surface that we've got in here. Again, we're using light weights, so I wasn't too concerned with that. But several different yoga mats or a wrestling mat, you're definitely going to want to be doing that when you're
under the knee.
Yep. And then we can treat the quad and the quad insertion in the same manner. Brandon, you want to grab that to sit on? This one you can do yourself. So I've got him sitting on this just to help improve his lumbar position when he kind of reach. And he's going to grab this kettlebell, kind of work. I'll give him a couple ones here to choose from if that one's too heavy. And then he can roll that up on the side there too, and kind of roll it around with the handle. Should be great for when he's working. Sorry. Hold the handle so you can control the movement. Oop. There you go. So now he's going to be able to work down in close to that knee and through this area. He can widen his legs out and actually do the ex-wife roller or the dumbbell. So you can really get into some of these areas in here. There you go. And see how we can work down into that structure. This is where like the ex-wife product is going to be a lot more valuable because you're going to be able to have it longer and really get that weight in there. It's going to be a lot better to be able to treat that with that than a kettlebell to get into these areas. But you can really get those areas relieved pretty significantly yourself with the proper implements and weight. Brandon, you have any additional input there?
You know, I think we like this a lot compared to foam rolling because we can actually relax with the implement on the tissue, whereas on a roller we have to be somewhat tonic and tense on it because we're supporting ourselves. Now this, the ex-wife, Donnie's tool, will probably be able to get into that IT band a little bit more. It is a little challenging to get to the IT band with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. So in that case, we might recommend someone on a foam roller. Otherwise, this is probably our superior method because of that reason.
I absolutely agree with that. That's been my experience by far, is that that weight sitting on you for these type of movements makes a very significant difference because of that full relaxation that you can get versus you're kind of fighting, you're tense if you're controlling your body position. And you're very much right. With the X-Wife, you can kind of move out, you can get into these areas, you can roll around, get through this IT band, and you actually treat that whole frontal quad system extremely well, all the way down into the adductors, where you can open up and actually lean to the side a little bit and work the adductor as well. So very effective getting all those insertion points down into the knee. All right, signing out.